Hi. My name is Otto Gori and I recently sold my Mercury Cougar XR7 from the year 1971. I've done this so I can start a lifelong dream of assembling a muscle car completely by myself. This project started a few weeks ago where I assembled the crankshaft, camshaft and last week the piston rings. And this week I plan to install the pistons on the engine block, so let's go for it. Okay, today we have a fairly exciting day because today is the day that we place the pistons inside of the cylinders of my engine block. I'm gonna use this special tool to do so. Before installing, of course, I will clock the piston rings properly as they are specified on the manual. But this is just a hope to show what it actually does. So you place it inside of here. You place your piston inside of this, and then you now it's all nice and tight, and theoretically you can just drop this in the cylinder. First I'm gonna lube the inside of this so I can slide a little bit better. Yeah, let's see, I'll try out soon. But before doing so, we also have to prepare the bearings of the connecting rods. So these guys will be inserted in here. Of course, first I have to open this up, and this have also the locking nuts that I already showed in the previous video. And this feature on the connecting rod is what holds the bearing in place, kind of like this. There will be tube on it. And this feature on the connecting rod is what holds the bearing in place. And then this feature has to be pointing to the outside of the engine. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna disassemble this, all of them. So I can then, with some assembly loop that I already pick it up, place it in the loop and go from there. Cool. I have all my connecting rods disassembled, all the pistons, and I'm gonna unbox all the bearings. So my studio light, which is this, is running out of battery, so I'm charging the other battery. Grab a coffee for me in the meantime. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is that a piston rod and, I don't know, piston connecting rod assembly combination. Place this guy here. The bearing material is slightly softer than the casting, so you gotta be kind of careful with it. Don't wanna burn anything. A little bit of assembly grease. And of course, I cannot put this here, otherwise I cannot place the piston on the crankshaft. So now we go to the step of squeezing this together, sliding the piston in the cylinder and installing it. But first I'm gonna prepare everything here because it makes more sense for me. Then I'm gonna also lubricate the crankshaft itself, which is the same mating surface with this. And then after that, we're gonna actually use the tool that I mentioned for you guys in the beginning of the video to install it. So, I'll go for it all of it as well. Okay, now you can reposition the engine while we do that. Should work on that. You guys can see, of course. I have to. Okay. I have to move my tripod for the camera a little bit. Is enough? Yeah, I guess it's okay. Okay, so the things that I have to pay attention again on this stage are the little feature on the connecting rod has to be pointing to the outside of the engine. The little notch of the piston that my piston doesn't have, but it has an arrow marked to it, has to be pointing to the front of the engine. The connecting rods are numbered 1 to 4 on the right bank and 5 to 8 on the left bank, starting from the front of the engine, and the correct clocking of the piston rings. All of this have to be done at once you install the piston, because yeah, if you do it wrong, you're gonna have a bad day. Okay, so going through all the steps again, just to be sure that I'm not doing anything wrong. I've already aligned the pistons 1 to 8, following the correct number on the connecting rods. Not sure if it's possible to see with the camera. Yes. So both my bearings for the crankshaft and my piston connecting rods have been upgraded, so they are no longer the stock. They are, I believe, called AN fittings. This is slightly better than the ones that Ford had back in the day. So yeah, this is why you see that the number was ground in here, because I believe this was needed to make this. The bearings for the connecting rods are already lubricated. The little feature that has to be to the outside of the engine is here. The piston notch or head is marked by this little arrow here, and I hope you guys can see. So in this orientation, the little notch is on this side, and the way that my engine is sitting here, the piston number 1 is on the other side. I'm gonna just quickly rotate it, and we're gonna try the first one. So take this guy here. This is my cylinder number 1, this guy. We're gonna do 1 to 4, and then the remaining ones on the other side. I'm gonna place this hopefully in a way that you guys can see. Ideally it will be completely vertical, but that's not better. This is just engine oil. I'm gonna lubricate the piston rings a little bit. Rotate them so they all nice and wet. And also, even though I already have some assembly lube on the cylinder itself, I also do the same here. So now I have the little diagram in here in a position that I can see. The oiler, the expander ring, which is the center one, its gap has to be aligned with the piston pin. The bottom rail has to be here, and the top rail here. Come on, focus. One gap is here. The bottom rail gap is here. The top rail gap is here. I decided to just mark it in here because I was getting confused on my own explanation. The expander ring, so this curly one, has to be in line with the piston pin. Then this guy has 2 extra rings, one on the bottom, one on the top. The one on the bottom has to be on this orientation. The one on the top on this orientation. And then what you do with the bottom ring and the top ring is that you clock them on the opposite direction. So the bottom ring is here and the top ring will be here. And now that's what I'm gonna do. The bottom one is already correct. I'm just having to place the top one properly. So now you see one in here, one in here, one in here, one in here. Now this is all correct. So this now, everything clocked properly. This goes in here. Aha! Now apparently works. It took way more fiddling than I would like to. But so this is now seated here. Now the first thing for the bearing place. Simply go. The small feature to the outside of the engine. This direction. Put up from here. Screw it on. Rinse and repeat for the remaining 7 cylinders. So let's go for it.
through. So I have a nice one to show on video. Good, 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 good. So now, if I've done everything correctly, this assembly should move with minimal resistance. Of course there will be some resistance because now the rings are scraping the walls of the cylinder, but it should move with minimal effort. And it does. Let's see from the top. Let's see the piston move. Very nice to see that. Put some oil, just I don't know how much I can be playing around with this. It is very nice to watch.
I had the plan of doing this still in this video, but this took way longer than I anticipated. So on the next video we'll have a date with this guy here. Thanks for watching.